Hello students. Now today's topic, just few topics are left for this chapter. So we are discussing about the human eye. Now you can see the diagram here. The light enters through a curved front surface that is called as what? Cornea. Can you see cornea here? This is what from where the light enters. Okay, then it passes through the pupil. Okay, the adjustment of the light, okay, is done by the holes of the iris, okay, which is present inside the pupil. Okay, and the function of pupil is also to control the ciliary muscles. And then after the light gets focused on what? Retina. Okay, the size of the pupil can be changed under control of muscles. Okay, the retina is what is retina? Retina has a nerve fibers. Can you see here? That is, these optical nerves has tendency to send the message to the brain. Okay, now the retina also contains two very important components, that is called as rods and cones. I am writing here rods and cones. These are the two important components of retina. Now these rods and cones are light sensitive. Okay, what type of color we are able to see? Only what can be controlled by these two components. Okay, now what is our distinct vision from where up to we can see? Okay, so this pupil, or you can say the crystalline lens, has tendency to see something around equivalent to 2.5 centimeter. That is, if an object near the eye can be seen something around 2.5 centimeter, and in normal accommodation condition we can see that the object which is kept at 2.5 centimeter away from this lens, okay, its proper image should be formed at retina. But sometimes it should be adjusted to and fro, little bit change, that is the approximate value of 2.5 centimeter can be changed, so to adjust to formation of image on the retina. Okay, it is done only by the action of ciliary muscles. But if something is going more beyond that, that is with the aging, okay, as the age is going to be under progress, what happens sometimes, okay, the condition of 2.5 centimeter does not becomes applicable for a common or the normal person to see the object, and thus we can say that the marvelous Aragon eyes, okay, contains some kind of defect in it. Okay, now there are two types of defect as we know. The first one is when a lot of amount is converging into eyes, or sometimes the diverging process takes place. So let's start that what kind of defect a eye can possess. Okay, our eyes may develop some defects due to various reasons. Okay, now let's talk about if the light from a distant object arrive at the eye. Okay, distance object. Distant means the object is at some distance. Okay, now if it is entering through our lens and instead of getting image on retina, it is just focusing before the retina, then such a type of defect is called as what? Nearsightedness. And this defect arises due to what? Excessive convergence of light. Excessive convergence means what? If the maximum light is entering, then the focus, okay, should be placed before retina because of the maximum convergence. This is what one of the phenomenon or the process of light. So for that, what we need to remove this defect, we need a concave lens. As we all know, converging lens is convex and diverging lens is concave. So if we put a proper power of concave lens in between the rays, okay, so only that amount of light will be allowed to pass through retina according to the need, and thus that image which was forming before retina, by using proper appropriate power of concave lens, we can see that the image can be made on retina. Okay, so that is we just discussed about nearsightedness. Now what happens in some eyes, there is some kind of defect also, that is instead of forming the image on retina, the eye lens does not become thick but remains thin. So what happens, the rays coming from distant object, okay, while forming the image on retina, it forms behind the retina. It means that you are just trying to stretch the eye level, but you are not able to compress it. So what is happening, only few amount of light will pass inside the retina. So as we know, converging lens is what? Convex lens. So if we put the proper power of convex lens in between the retina and the distance, okay, the eye lens and the object, what we can say that maximum amount of light can be transferred from object to the retina, and the term where the focus was made behind the retina, okay, will be made at the retina. Okay, so this defect arises due to excessive convergence of light, and this defect arises due to excessive divergence of light. So here we are using what? Concave lens of appropriate power, and here we are using what? Convex lens. Okay, this is what nearsightedness, and it is also called as what? Myopia, and this one is farsightedness. It is called as hypermetropia. Okay, two types of defect you're done in your 10th standard also. Now the third one is with the aging. Aging means as the person becomes older with the passage of time, what happens? Both the type of defect, as the ciliary muscles, the cells of the ciliary muscles does not get proper type of energy, and it start to become weakened. So what happens? A same eye can show both the types of defect, that is, it can neither see the nearby object or nor the far object. So for that we use bifocal lens. The bifocal lens means what? Glass or a spectacle which is made up of what? Two types of lens, combination of two types of lens. The upper part is what? Concave, and the lower part is what? Convex. By this way, if from the upper part maximum light is there, it will be divergence, but from the lower part of the object maximum light gets converged, and the image can be formed on the retina. Okay, and the process is called as what? Astigmatism. Okay, I will send you the book page number also, and the xerox of the book also. So this is what all about eye. Okay, what you have to do now, you have to write the difference between nearsightedness and farsightedness, as well as just write the function of all these parts which is given in the first paragraph. Okay, so I'm not sure that such a type of questions is going to be asked in your examination, but we have to keep in mind these all topics.